Ever since the day that you went away.
Hi guys, my name is Andra and I make mostly commentary videos. Today's video is gonna be part 3 of a life advice series that I have created around quarantine and what's going on right now in 2020. So, in the previous parts of the series, which I do recommend you watch before this, I talked about introspection and how to improve yourself during this time because you've got nothing but time, and about routine and how to maintain a healthy routine both during quarantine and if you are just generally self-employed and working from home, that will work as general advice. The third part, as I promised, will be about kindness, namely how to be kind to ourselves and to the people in our community. It is crucial for us to be kind to one another to get through this because yesterday the pubs have opened in the UK and today a surge has already been reported in COVID cases because people are being irresponsible and not considerate to the people in their community. This is what I want to talk to you about. I don't want to stay at home 3 more months because other people have been irresponsible, and I do want to take from this whole experience the importance of being kind to one another. This advice that I'm going to be giving you is going to be applicable after COVID or during COVID, whatever. Some of them might not be applicable right now because of the quarantine and lockdown conditions, but I do want to try to urge you to be kind to one another because this is the only way for us to get through this together. I thought that while we have our little chat, we can do something creative. So I've got this coloring page. I donated exactly £1 to get this, and that money is going to the NHS. It is something super easy to do. You can donate like small amounts and get small perks as well. I have seen this for Black Lives Matter, I've seen this for COVID. People, especially artists, are a big part of why this situation is improving when it comes to donations and help. The first people who tried to sell their stuff and donate all the profits have been artists, not big corporations like Amazon. So I do feel like we need to have a moment, to take a moment together to clap for them, to applaud them for their sacrifice, because this is a financial sacrifice for these people to do this stuff and not get any profit. So when it comes to what I'm gonna be using, the colors that I'm gonna be using, I had this set, but it didn't have enough skin tones, and with the conversations that are going on right now around race, I thought that this is stupid, that this set doesn't contain that, so I bought a new bigger set from Amazon. I'm gonna be linking it in the description. I also have my phone, my earphones for some good music, and some obviously water because it's hot outside and we need to stay hydrated. The first way to help is donating money. Obviously this is a no-brainer. People need donations. I would recommend donating to developing countries more so than your own country because this is where the need is the most dire. But if you do not have access to that, it's just anything. Go on GoFundMe, try to find a reliable source and donate there. If you cannot afford to do that, the second way is probably after COVID will be safer to do this, donate your hair. A lot of cancer patients need this for their wigs. And unfortunately I couldn't do it because my hair has been bleached. When I cut it short I wanted to do it. I've been looking into it, but it's not possible. Even if you color it back to a natural color, they still don't take it. So I couldn't do it, but this is something I've always wanted to do. So I would urge you to do this. The third way is to donate blood. This is likely not available right now where you're from, but it's going to be after COVID, and this is when the need is going to be the most dire for blood because there are a lot of patients in hospital. And yeah, just if you can do that, this is super easy. A lot of places actually pay you to do stuff like this. And on the same discussion on blood, there is also the option of donating your eggs or sperm. This is a big ask, however, and I do feel like you might not want to do something like that. Personally, I have attempted to donate my eggs, but because of a health problem in the family, they unfortunately didn't let me do it. But this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, so I don't know if it's gonna be possible in the future, but I'm gonna be trying again. The fourth way to help your society is rescuing stray animals. There are a lot of stray animals on the street that need your assistance, need your help, need your love. I have fostered more or less 7 cats, and I'm saying more or less because the way that we fostered them was just like feeding them, taking care of them, but we didn't keep them in the house because they were stray cats. We found most of them owners, and it's just a satisfying and amazing feeling to find these little cats their home. I have one cat back home in Romania and one cat here, but the other 5 cats were fostered, and we also had a turtle for a few years, but we realized that we couldn't really take care of it because it was growing bigger than what we expected. That turtle was also adopted, we didn't buy it, and we ended up finding it a new owner, and she's very happy. I've gone to visit her. I always go to visit the animals that we found new owners for. We also had a dog for a while. Unfortunately, he passed away, but he had a long life of 14 years. This is a kind of love that is very akin to the love of a mother to a child, and it's just an amazing feeling. It's very satisfactory. I have loved all my animals with all my heart. I still love them, the ones that are still alive, and it's just very important. If you have the possibilities financially to do something like this, I urge you to do it because you will feel accomplished like nothing else. The 5th way is to plant trees. So when I was a kid, myself and some of my neighbors went together to plant trees around the neighborhood, and it felt amazing as a kid to do something like that because it makes you feel like you're doing your part. And on this discussion, if you're not able to plant trees yourself, there are so many organizations that if you donate a certain amount of money, they plant a tree for every donation, and that is also amazing. That is also a valid option. The 6th way to help is to recycle. You can recycle just stuff around the house, or you can recycle or donate clothes. You can donate them to stuff like Goodwill or women's shelters, or if you don't find any like that nearby, there are different stores like H&M that do recycling programs. And obviously being sustainable is essential in 2020 because we know how serious climate change has become. We need to try to live a less wasteful life, let's say. And the 7th way is, if you have the financial possibility, you can sponsor a child. There are a lot of people who do this for children in Asia or Africa. They send them small amounts of money to sponsor them. And on this note, you can also sponsor animals. There are a lot of zoos that let you do that. You will name the animal and sponsor it, and it's only like a small monthly donation, like $5 or something, and you feel satisfied. You can take care of this animal financially without putting your blood, sweat and tears into that animal if you don't have a job that allows you to have an animal at home. And a lot of them actually work with endangered animals like pandas and stuff, and it's just super amazing. It's something I want to do in the future for sure. So the 8th one is something that you can do during COVID, but you can also do this afterwards. But when I wrote it, I thought of COVID. You can do a care package or just do the grocery shopping for your neighbor if they are a person who is vulnerable or at risk. If you live near someone who is elderly and they are scared to go to the supermarket, you can do that for them. And if you want to do it for free, that's fine. If you want the money from them to pay for the grocery shopping, just take the receipt with you, but do not ask for any extra money because that's kind of scummy. That defeats the purpose of being kind, because you are going anyways to do your own shopping, so you might as well. And the care package can be anything like, like skincare, flowers, just, I don't know, music, like DVDs and stuff, anything that you feel like will help that person. Bath bombs, just anything you can think of, to be honest. Books, there's a lot of things that you can do. The 9th way is to volunteer or teach someone something for free. So there are a lot of programs of volunteering abroad that offer you free accommodation, free food. You have to pay only for your flights, and you can go and teach kids English and stuff. Or if you want something that is closer to your home, you can find someone in the neighborhood that has a kid that requires some teaching in a certain field, be it a language or maths or something else that you are good at, and teach it for free. And volunteering can be at animal shelters, women who suffer from domestic abuse shelters, parks. I think they can use some help as well. Just anything, even your small corner shop might need some help. And volunteering can be used for your CV, obviously, and you can do it even after COVID as a 1 day a week kind of thing if you have the time. And the last way is to support local businesses. In times like this, a lot of local businesses have been doing sales or have been selling gift cards or coupons for the future. If you can buy that, it's their way of sustaining their business until they are safe to reopen again. So if you want to buy from smaller venues like concert tickets or just gift cards from local restaurants rather than the big conglomerates that are gonna survive anyways without your help. So I would say if you have the money and you plan to visit a certain small business, just ask them if you can book in advance and pay, because that money may be all that they need to pay their rent this month. They might be close to the goal that they need to keep their business afloat. So I would say try to keep in touch with people in your community, especially small businesses.
Open up to me, don't give up so easily. Open up your eyes and see there's more to our story. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging on. Baby, open up to me. Don't give up so easily. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging.
This is the final result. I have loved doing this. Diversity is very important to pioneer right now. I think, in my opinion, diversity is essential, and this is what makes our society so great. It is our cultural backgrounds mashing together and becoming this big global culture. This is what makes our society work the way it does, and yeah, I loved doing this. It was very relaxing, therapeutic, whatever. I loved it, and I do recommend, if you ever feel anxious, try to color or draw, because it makes you focus on one thing only and you stop overthinking about everything. And without further ado, this has been today's video. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel. I do make mostly commentary videos, but if you like the lifestyle kind of stuff, please let me know and I might do more of this as well. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.